welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would love to have you subscribe, like, comment, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So today's video is going to be a collab with my new friend here on YouTube. Her name is Laurie LATIMER, also known as Sis Fantastic. She and I met through Andy. Andy does stuff through our collabs together. We instantly subscribe to each other's channels and we have formed such a wonderful bond with one another. Laurie is absolutely amazing. She does such beautiful eye looks, has such fun videos. She's so soothing and so comforting to me. I would love to just sit down in her kitchen with her, drink a cup of coffee, and just talk to her for hours. She got a hold of me on Instagram not very long ago, and she asked me if I would like to do a collab with her. And I said, Laurie, I would be so honored to do that with you. And she came up with some really fun ideas. And one of the things that she suggested that we do in our collab is a pictured inspired look. And I thought, ooh, that'd be so fun. So I would choose a picture for her and she would choose a picture for me. And I said, what if we do like a hiking scenery picture? And she's like, ooh, yeah, that would be wonderful. So I chose a picture for her. This is from the Mackenzie River Trail. This is about 15 or 20 minutes away from where I live. It's a place I love to go and hike. It's got beautiful scenery, trails, river. I just love going there. It's just very soothing and wonderful and inspiring. And then she chose a picture for me. This is from the Rock Springs Nature Trails in Tennessee. And I just was so happy with this picture. I just thought it was beautiful. Now, she has a really cool program that selects 6 colors from the colors that are within the image. And then what you do is you pick a palette or eyeshadows that match the colors that this program has chosen for you, and then create a look with it. And when I saw that picture and the 6 shades or 6 colors that this program had generated for me, I was like, huh, I know exactly what palette I'm going to use. And that is the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean. I have had this palette for quite some time. I've used it a lot, and I just love this palette. Out of all of the e.l.f. palettes that I own, and I don't own a ton, but this one is my absolute favorite. So the shades that I used in this look today are Trenches, Abyss, Spruced Up, Sahara, Sun Yourself, and Saltwater. I just thought those were the best colors that would match the colors that the program chose for me to create this look with. And like I said, I just love this palette, the mattes, the shimmers, everything. It's just a wonderful, wonderful palette. And I'm so glad that I have this one in my collection. So if you guys are interested to see this look come together with me using the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette for my Happy Trails hiking scenery collab with Laurie LATIMER, also known as Sis Fantastic, then please sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, let's get started with my look for my Happy Trails hiking scenery collab with Laurie LATIMER. And again, I'll be using the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette. And I think what I'm going to do is start off with this shade here called Spruced Up. And I'm going to put that in my transition area with my BH Cosmetics brush. I'll start laying that down here. I was so happy when Laurie asked me to do this collab with her. She is such a neat person. And I'm so happy that we met through Andy. And yeah, I was just thrilled when I got her DM on Instagram and she said, do you want to do a collab with me? And I was like, are you kidding? I would love to do a collab with you. And this was such a great idea. She had some really good ideas for collabs. So I think hopefully we will do another collab together at some point. We can use one of her other ideas because she's pretty darn smart when it comes to collab ideas, I must say. This is such a beautiful kind of olive green matte. I just love this. I love this palette. This is my favorite e.l.f. palette that I own in my collection. I don't have a ton of e.l.f. palettes really, but I saw Jen Phelps talk about this palette on her channel quite a while ago and I was like, ooh, that's so gorgeous. I just love the color story because it's very grungy, but there's some like vibrant pops of color in it. And I do have the Queen Nubia Cosmetics eyeshadow base on, and I do have my brows done, and I have a little bit of concealer underneath my eye as well, so I can do my lower lash line with you guys too. It's always hard for me to do like my lower lash line and then put the concealer on because I always feel like I'm going to go over the top of the eyeshadow because I kind of do. All right, I think that's gorgeous. I think I'm good with that color. Now I'm going to go into this color here. This is called Abyss. Let me grab another little brush for that. And I'm really lucky because I live in Oregon and we have a ton of places to hike here, a ton. The picture that I sent Laurie is from the Mackenzie River Trail, and the Mackenzie River is about 20 to 30 minutes away from where I live. And we go hike there quite a bit. We haven't for a while, but we used to go all the time. We used to hike the Mackenzie Trail constantly. And there's this wonderful place that you can go. It's called Blue Pool. Just kind of a nice inclined hike. I mean, it's not super steep. The thing about that trail though, is that it's very rocky and it's kind of narrow. And for some strange reason, a lot of people want to bike up that trail and it's not meant for mountain bikes. So 90% of the time you have to stop hiking and get off the trail because people are carrying their bikes I'm like, hello. They've got all these like cuts and scrapes from the pedals on their shins and the backs of their legs. I'm like, oh my God, because it's so treacherous for a bike. I don't know why anybody would think that was a good idea, but we were getting kind of irritated the last time we went because all these people were carrying their bikes, so we'd have to stop and get out of their way with like the chains hanging off the bike, the tires flat. I'm like, oh geez, let's not do that today. But you know, whatever. People, I guess, have to learn things the hard way sometimes. But once you get up to the top of this trail, you see what's called the Blue Pool, and it's just amazing. Like you kind of look over this like kind of cliff thing, and this pool is just amazing. It's just this wonderful crystalline blue color. And then there's these little chipmunks. I'm gonna actually go back into Spruced Up, and I just kind of blend that out a little bit on the outer edge there. These chipmunks are standing around, and they're so cute because they're like kind of tame, and they'll just come and eat stuff right out of your hands. Like we had trail mix, and my husband and I were like feeding these little chipmunks, and they were so cute. They just pack their cheeks full of the nuts and then kind of scurry off and eat them. It's so cute. But that place is gorgeous. And then we have like the Delta Ponds that are close by where I live. My husband and I like to hike there quite a bit. I mean, it's not like a real treacherous or huge hike. It's pretty short and sweet, but it's really pretty. And there's all this different kind of wildlife like ducks and nutria and wood ducks, geese. I mean, it's just amazing. Herons, just really pretty birds and kind of just other things to see in the lush scenery. It's really nice. So now I think I'm going to go into some shimmers here. And I think what I'm going to do is use a combination of Sahara and Sun Yourself. So I'm going to start off with Sahara. I'm going to grab my little Jessup cream shader brush here. I'm going to go into Sahara. And I do think I'm going to spray this a little bit. And then we have a place called Spencer's Butte that you can hike. It's kind of a rocky hike, and you kind of have to like climb up some ledges type, like rock ledges, but it's really fun to do that. It's beautiful. Ooh, that's pretty. And then you get up to the top and you can look over the entire city, and it's beautiful. It's really a pretty hike. And that's just about, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minute drive from where I live. There's a place called Hendricks Park that's really fun to hike in. There's also Skinner's Butte. That's really fun. There's a place called Mount Pisgah. I don't love that hike because it's very steep. I mean, the whole thing is like straight uphill, and then it kind of flattens out, and then you go straight uphill again. And having 4 back surgeries, yeah, no, that is not my kind of hike. I've done it like twice, and I was like, I don't know. And the going down part is what's really hard for me with my back because, you know, it just kind of jars my back, and I'm like, yeah, no. But gorgeous scenery, and tons of people hike Mount Pisgah here, tons of people. Like one of my coworkers just hiked it like, I don't know, a week or so ago. And that is so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna clean this off a little bit. Or actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna flip the brush over. I'm gonna go into Sun Yourself. This beautiful kind of goldish shimmer here. I'm gonna spray that as well. In Southern Oregon, there is Table Rock, and that is amazing. Really a neat hike. There's Smith Rock, that's really fun to hike. I've done that a couple of times when I was younger. I've mentioned before, ooh, that is so pretty. I love that. My husband and I have actually gone to Silver Falls, which is a really pretty hike, waterfall area that we love to go to. We did that last year for my birthday, and it was so fun. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, now I do think I am going to go back into Abyss and just kind of deepen up that outer edge there a little bit. Just kind of take that little harsh line away from that shimmer. Let's see. There's a lot of places you can hike on the coast here too. We live close to several coastal towns. It's like, I don't know, probably 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live. We don't go there as often as we used to, but there's some really neat places to go. There's a place called Hobbit Beach that I have never been to that I really want to go to. And apparently it's this really cute little hike that you can go on, and it's like got these kind of trees that kind of go over the, like arch over the trail that you're on. And I've heard really cool things about that place. So I really want to go there too. That'd be really fun. But yeah, if you guys ever come to Oregon, I highly recommend hiking here because there's just so many fun places to go. And I am going to go back in one more time with Spruced Up and just kind of make sure that that's all nicely blended around the edge there. And I'm not exactly sure what palette Laurie's using. She kind of gave me a couple different options that she was thinking about using. So I'm really excited to see her look and see what she's planning on doing. Going to be really fun. The colors that the little program that she has picked, they were kind of different. I mean, you know, like we kind of had the same color scheme sort of, but they were, you know, pretty different from each other too. So I thought that was really neat. And as soon as she sent me that picture, I instantly knew what palette I was going to use. I'm like, oh, I'm using the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean. Yes, I am. And now I'm going to do my lower lash line. For the waterline, I'm going to use the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Prance. And I know I say this in almost all of my videos. I love these. These are so amazing. I just thought this would be a nice color to use in the waterline, this pretty blue color. So first I think I'm going to grab Spruced Up, and I'm going to put that in my on my lower lash line here. I just feel really fortunate to live in a state where I can hike a lot. It's really fun. It's a really good exercise for my back. You know, walking and hiking. I can't really run. I couldn't really run that well. I mean, I ran before I had my back surgeries, but you know, I was not going to be winning any like marathons or anything like that. But I did run, and I ran track when I was like in middle school and high school. And I was pretty good at high jump and long jump. But yeah, running is pretty much totally out of the picture now for me. But hiking is something that I can do, and I really, really enjoy that. It's just fun to be outside and, you know, see beautiful scenery, and I just love doing things like that. Now I think I'm going to use this shade Trenches here with my little brush here. I'm going to put that on the upper lid, oops, and there we go, and the lower lid as well. Just going to use that as a little bit of a liner. Makes things a lot easier than using liquid liner sometimes. I mean, I typically use liquid liner, but lately, I don't know. I've just been kind of taking the easy way out, just using a black that I have in my palette, and I really like doing that because just, I don't know, kind of cuts the time down a little bit. And this is a really nice pigmented black matte, and I think it's working very well as the liner. All right, I'm going to put that a little bit on my lower lash line as well. And Laurie's channel is just so wonderful to watch. She's very soothing to me, very calming. I watch her and it just makes me feel happy inside. You know, she's just really mellow and just really easygoing and funny and just wonderful. I'm just so glad that we connected here, and really thoroughly enjoy watching her videos. Now I'm going to grab my little brush and I'm going to go into Sun Yourself again. I'm going to put a little bit of that towards the front part of my lower lash line here. Just kind of make that area nice and pretty and vibrant. And then I do have the perfect, I think, the perfect inner corner shade today, because I haven't really used the light blue color that's in the colors that the program generated for me. So that is what I'm going to be using for my inner corner, is that light blue shimmer in this palette. Light blue, it's kind of a satiny shimmer. It's really nice. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my other brush here, this one right here, and I'm going to go into this shade here. This is called Saltwater. Ooh, that's very nice. It's really fun to use like a different pop of color on the inner corner too. I think that's really fun. I don't always do that, but I don't know, when I was looking at the color story here, I was like, I want to use that light blue somewhere, but where am I going to use it? And I thought, inner corner, sister. There you go. All right, I really like that. So I think I'm pretty much done with my look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera like usual, do the other eye, put the rest of my face makeup on, and I'll come back and show you how everything came together. So please don't go anywhere. I'm back. This is the finished look. I love how this look turned out, and I loved doing this collab. This was so much fun. I'm so happy that Laurie came up with the idea for us to exchange pictures with one another to kind of base our looks around. And I am so happy that she had that program that could create the color story based on the images that we chose for each other. That was so cool. And I cannot wait to see Laurie's look. I don't know what shadow she's going to use, but I know it's going to be beautiful, and I'm so excited to watch her video. I do have all of the rest of my face makeup on, but I did want to go over a couple of things quickly that I used on my finished look. For my mascara, I use the Benefit Roller Lash. This is one of my absolute favorite mascaras. I've had this little tube for quite a while. I got it in an Ipsy. It's almost gone, but I just love it because it just makes your lashes look longer and thicker, and it's just a beautiful formula. And then for my lipstick, I use the Queen Nubia Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Erica. Now this is not named after me, but I just love it, and it is kind of fun to pretend like it is. And I am now a brand ambassador for this brand. Woo! And the next video that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using some of her products, and I cannot wait. It's such an honor to be a brand ambassador. I just love this brand so much. This is my favorite liquid lipstick formula that I have ever used in my entire life, and I love this color, and it's really cool that its name is Erica. Again, I used the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette for this look today, and the shades I used are as follows. I used Spruced Up in my transition area. I deepened the outer corner with Abyss. I used Sahara and Sun Yourself on the lid. I used Saltwater in the inner corner, and I used Trenches as my liner. And I love this palette. This is just a beautiful palette. It's so affordable. I know that you can still get this off Amazon. I don't know that you can get it off the e.l.f. website, maybe. I just haven't been on the e.l.f. website for a really long time. But I did see this, I don't know, maybe last week on the Amazon site. I was kind of perusing for some makeup. Not that I need any more. Shame on me. But yeah, you can get this for like, I think, I don't know, maybe $12 to $14 on Amazon website. And this is just gorgeous. I love the mattes. I love the shimmers. It's such a beautiful color story. You can do so many different things with this, and I'm so glad I have it. And I think that this palette was really good at allowing me to choose the colors from the image to create my look with. So I'm really happy that I have this, and I'm so happy that I was able to use it today. I'm going to have Laurie's channel linked in my description box. If you have not yet subscribed to her, please go to her channel and subscribe and watch her videos. You will love her. She creates such beautiful eye looks. She is so fun to watch. I love her videos. And like I said, I cannot wait to watch her video and see what shadows she used to create a look with. I hope she liked the picture that I chose for her, because I absolutely loved the picture that she chose for me. This was so much fun, and I cannot wait to do another collab with her. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day or evening to sit down and watch my video. It always means the world to me. If you have subscribed or you would like to subscribe, do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're aware of all of my future uploads. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video, but in the meantime, please take care of yourself, be well, safe, happy, and I hope to see you guys again very soon. Thanks again, you guys. Take care. Bye.